This is a Podfire production.
It's the highest of standards, on the peak we have landed. It's not silver, it's not gold, you want the best, take advantage. Go platinum. You know you wanna do it. Go platinum, you know you wanna do it. Go platinum.
Welcome back to the Platinum Standard Grading Podcast. So unfortunately today Brett has been unwell, so I'll be co-hosting the Platinum Standard Grading Podcast, and it'll be a bit of a training, a learning ability for me when Chris and Brett go to the States for the Nationals. So yeah, give or take, I'm going to give it my best shot, but
hopefully better than that intro.
that wasn't too bad.
No, you spoke it up a little bit better.
But special guest today, the man behind the scenes, the man that does it all. His name's Ziggy, and he's one of the smartest guys I've ever met. So we'll touch on Zig soon.
Snaps for Zig.
That's nice, thank you. I don't know if you should be giving away the snaps thing.
No, it's an in-house joke.
Yeah.
But Ziggy's official title, I'm not sure of, creative director.
Yeah.
Creative mind.
Creative mind.
Yeah.
Designer.
Fixer of everything.
Graphics dude.
Graphics designer. What is your real title? What's on your business card?
It's creative director on my
Creative
business
director.
card.
Nice.
There
you go.
It's almost good as account manager.
Almost.
Yeah. So you just creatively direct? That's
Pretty much, yeah. I just kind of point the fingers at other people and tell them what to do.
Good.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
Rob on.
It's the majority
Shout
of
out. Shout out
Local
Big Rob.
card shop.
Oh, Big Rob.
Yes, sir.
So
For Rob.
walk us through. I see you've got a couple of things on the bench in front of you. Let's just jump straight into those.
Okay.
Let's go.
The golden and platinum ticket giveaways that we sort of borrowed off Willy Wonka.
We did.
And we decided when we were looking at stuff to do for the hobby hangout, these are the things we came up with.
Yeah, so these were printed actually using the same process as the labels, which makes them pretty special.
Yeah.
And yeah, we referenced like heavily on Willy Wonka golden ticket designs for these, just to make them a bit fun and interesting to reveal on the day. We printed our own cards off, the golden ticket, platinum tickets, which turn out pretty cool. They're getting some good reviews from the last hobby hangout. So
Yeah, they look amazing in hand.
Yeah, I remember the winner when he got it off the stage and he's walking out. His friends are looking at it like, it's an actual gold ticket. And they were like just going nuts. Like, it's pretty funny.
yeah, it really like comes up pretty well.
Yeah, the gold just pops. And actually the gold ticket winner gets 10 express cards graded and then a luxury hotel voucher.
And I'm a little bit sad that we can't, employees can't win that one, but you know, it's the way it goes.
Yeah, it would be nice. But I'd rather win the platinum for sure.
platinum's
if I had
good.
to win, I mean, grading for life is pretty insane.
Yeah.
So these go out to one lucky winner at each hobby hangout. So we've got another 3 to give away this year. So there'll be 5 in total for the year.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, it's pretty good deal, really.
Like to explain how they get involved with the giveaway tickets, Chris?
Yeah, so there'll be a QR code. It'll be everywhere at the event. There's talk of it being on the floor, little stickers.
Ooh.
Exciting.
There'll be brochures handed out. There will be QR codes on the tables.
So it'll
around
be
our store.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Toilets.
We plan
mirrors,
we
everything.
plan to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, man.
So you scan the QR code.
Yep.
It takes you to a link tree,
Yep.
which has our socials, our website, and it also has the giveaway. So you just enter in your information and you go straight into the draw, and we will reveal that. We're figuring out a time at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think we've locked in a time. It'll be just after the
speech.
talk.
The
talk.
speeches. So
I think we'll be doing the same thing as we did in Brisbane.
yep.
Get the 5 people on stage, do the spinny wheel, and then the last person remaining wins the platinum ticket.
Okay.
So that'll be exciting. What else have you designed besides you're the man behind the P?
The P, the original branding for the for the brand, the labels inside the slabs themselves. That was an interesting challenge for sure.
Yeah. Have you done anything? Is this the weirdest type of work you've done?
Probably. It's not the weirdest. I mean, it's probably the most interesting challenge that I've ever had to like design for print, especially coming from knowing, the basics of print to having to create something that looks and feels as special as like the labels that are going out on every single PSG graded slab. And these things have, like we built into them like a ridiculous amount of security features. They've got like if you wanted to copy one of these exactly, it's nigh impossible to do because of the amount of settings that we have to put in specifically to our printing process just to get one of these looking the way it does. You're pretty much not going to find a label that looks or feels the way that one of these does, especially in person. Pictures usually don't do them justice because of the shiny.
Yeah, that's actually that brings up a good point. Getting a good photo of the labels is tough.
Yeah, it's tough actually. You've got to kind of like usually when we shoot them in house, we've got a light box set up, and you're almost poking the camera through the hole of a piece of paper because they're so reflective that you want the white around, like you want just surrounded by white so that you get that nice reflective look. Otherwise, it just kind of reflects back on just even yourself. But
we tried a few different things, haven't we? We put the cards upside down.
Yeah, that works pretty decent.
That works pretty
that
well.
Works well, yeah. We've used different coloured backgrounds, obviously different angles of the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
And like we've actually had some people's feedback saying like, I think the numbers are dull or... And I was like, yeah, the photo's just not taken well.
It has that effect, yeah, especially when you catch the shiny part of the actual grade in the wrong light. It can have the effect of looking like it's dull. But if you hold this thing in front of you, it's just the fact that it's chrome,
Yeah.
And chrome has that. If you put a black color or a dark color on chrome and you catch the chrome on the dark side, then it's gonna look like that. But in person, they look pretty special.
Yeah,
and
sure. They look amazing in hand.
Yeah, and we've gone for a totally different printing process and like production process on these than I would say any of the other grading companies have, which kind of brings out a really unique look. And I think a case full of these is certainly something special.
Before you came on board at Platinum Standard, had you been involved in the card community, or what was your?
Not hugely. It's funny actually. Coming on board here has certainly got me interested in it a lot more. And ever since then, I have just been buying ridiculous amounts of like Dragon Ball Z cards.
Oh, nice.
And stuff. And we've got a few graded ones, which did pretty well. And then, I don't know. So that was my first introduction really to the world of, the hobby.
Cards, yep.
The world of cards.
And now do you look at other grading companies? Like when you see labels, do you?
Oh, totally. Like,
are you judgmental?
That's just the way it goes. When you're designing stuff for like a living, and you just look at everything now, and you just have that eye about everything, and you sit there and go, well, that could have been like that, and how did they do that? And so it really, it's a curse.
Now, also, you and Liam did a lot of work with Ruby. Shout out Ruby Paygram, who's listening.
Ruby.
She said she's our biggest fan, but she's not watching or listening. But you guys have,
Ruby in the back.
You guys have redesigned the submission process on the website to make it easier for collectors and our submission partners. Do you want to give us some features of the new design?
Yeah, so I'll let Zig touch on it a little bit further. I only know the basics so far. But so what we're going to do is we're going to have a login for submission partners, which allows them to access like different pictures you want in the store, stickers, sticker sets.
So it's like promotional resources.
Yeah, promotional resources, and a lot easier submission process for the submission partners, which is a massive task that Zig's been able to do, and it makes it a lot easier on the submission partners as well. But the main aim is just to look after the submission partners, and that's what we're trying to do here. And the communication's been really good. We've had a lot of good feedback from all the submission partners. I look forward to meeting the new submission partners in Sydney. I haven't been to Sydney.
Never.
I've been there once,
Oh.
but I only I tried to do my hours, so I drove to Sydney.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
How many hours did you do?
100.
Nice.
No.
No, I
That's
I
check
did
the
about
tapes.
I
There was
did
a-
about 60 hours from there to Sydney and back.
How slow were you going?
Pretty slow.
What were you doing?
I was clocking my sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I haven't really been to Sydney a whole lot, and yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting the new guys in Sydney. I really enjoyed Melbourne and Brisbane. It was really good to see just different people out there and in the card industry, and they're all there for the same purpose. So yeah, I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to Sydney. So
I've just seen a name pop up on
Yeah.
the screen. BJ Macca's just joined.
Hey.
So a bit of
Hey.
pressure
There's
now.
there's quite a lot of names up there.
Yeah.
Oars Cards, Los Lobos,
How are you, Los Lobos?
Marianne,
mum.
your mum.
Shout out, Mum,
She's your
again.
biggest
G'day,
fan.
Marianne.
Yeah,
Oh,
I reckon she just logs on just to
she
see
is
that
your
I'm-
biggest
Yeah.
fan.
just to see that I'm doing some,
100%.
and then logs off.
2% potty.
Yeah, that's Jez.
That's
Good old
Jez.
Jez.
Shout out Jez.
Refresh cards.
So redesigning of the submission process, we've probably done that a couple of times since
Yeah.
inception, and it's just getting easier and easier every time. Obviously, I
Yeah.
think when we first started, it was an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we built it into the website, which required people to put pictures of their cards in as part of the actual like early submission process and stuff.
Yep.
So we've now redesigned that again. So you can do the pictures of your cards afterwards.
Yep.
All you got to do is just select how many cards you want and hit
And the
purchase
service level.
and the service level.
And there is a reasoning behind the taking of the photos, isn't it? It's just not just us just wanting to
Oh, for sure. I
make
mean,
it hard.
it's like partly it's correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not in the admin side of things usually, but like partly for the AI, for the training
Yep.
of the AI that
Yep.
we're building
Yep.
in the back end. And
Yeah, it's part of the work we're doing with image recognition
yeah,
and the software behind that, and eventually it'll be for early detection of defects.
Yeah.
So, because the cameras that we have in our phones are so good
Yep.
that eventually you'll be able to take a photo of your card when you submit it, and then by the time it gets to us because of post and stuff like that, or it goes through a submission partner, it'll help the grading process, it'll make it quicker because the boys will know before it gets to us, okay, we've got to look for this, and this on this card.
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's not for no reason, and like it really helps.
It's also a lot quicker from
Yeah.
where we
Yeah.
first were.
Yep.
Like I remember doing the submission process at the start. I was going, damn, like this is taking a while. Like
Yeah, writing all the details of
and
every card.
exactly
Yeah.
right. And like I believe other grading companies still make you do that. So I feel like we're improving every time we take a new step,
Yep.
and yeah, the process is a whole lot quicker, so it's so much easier, I believe.
And we're trying to make the process easier for the hobby hangout,
Yep.
and especially and the shows that we go
Yep.
to,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
obviously these events are one-day events.
Yep.
You
And they
want
don't
to try
happen
and
very often.
yeah, and you
Yep.
want to try and utilize your time as best as possible. If it only goes for 4 hours, the last thing you want to do is you want to have people queuing to
Yep.
submit cards. So we're really pushing people to pre-submit their cards online
Yep.
at psgrading.net.
And it allows
Plug.
time for so much more activities.
Yeah, and then you can just come and drop off your stuff. Think priority boarding, but
Exactly.
for grading.
Exactly.
So just come in, drop your cards off, and then
Just
spend
say-
the rest of the time on activities. as you
Exactly
say.
right. Yeah. Plenty of things to do there. Meet and greet people.
Yep.
You never know you'd meet there. So I saw.
Who do you reckon? Who's like a left field person you reckon you'll see there?
Well, I saw Esso at the last one. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool for me. He was breaking cards there, and I met him, so that
Yep.
was pretty cool. Heaps of sporting athletes do attend these. There wasn't many in Brisbane because of the weather, and it was just
Yep.
the timing of it as well. But I believe you'll see some sporting athletes there.
Sporting athletes.
Yep.
As opposed to
Non-sporting
Sporting
athletes.
non-sporting
non-athletes.
athletes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
What else has been going on this week?
Well, Socceroos made the World Cup, so
That was crazy. Bringing
Yeah.
on the goalkeeper.
So, funny story about him. He was previously in a barista course I read something about 5 or 6 months ago. He was doing
What?
a barista course. And
Yeah, a lot of athletes do that.
Yeah.
Sporting athletes
Yeah.
start thinking about their career
Yeah.
after sports. My thought would be that he'd probably want to buy a cafe, and he'd want to know how it runs and be a
yes,
barista.
but like he was He was on the out.
On the outer of the
outer.
Socceroos.
He played really well in the A-League, I believe, and he got subbed on to take the penalties. A pretty big moment.
Yeah,
to make the
I
World Cup.
haven't read too much into it, but Graham Arnold's the manager.
Yeah, he was in strife too. Like,
yeah,
before
he
that.
looked. When we didn't get automatic qualification, it looked pretty dicey for him. It's pretty ballsy move. I know Matty Ryan's a great keeper.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't take Matt Ryan off.
But Matt Ryan's played in the English Premier League. Like he's done some
he's
good
played-
things. But the concern was his height and his wingspan, I guess, for the penalties.
Yeah, so I've never seen anything like the way this bloke. I forget his name, but I've never seen any
Redmond
any,
or something?
Yeah, Redmayne, I think it
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
and he was dancing on the line, like he was moving left to right, dancing. The referee came up to him about 7 times and was like, "Mate, what are you doing? Like, don't go off the line, because if he goes off the line and saves the penalty, he gets
So he
retaken."
can dance side to side,
Yeah,
but he can't come off the
You
line.
can't. Yeah, as soon as you come off the line, it's retaken. So I was pretty nervous.
He
with the
did
last
he
one.
did something sneaky as well.
Yes.
The other goalkeeper had notes,
notes on the
written
bottle.
on the back of a water
Yeah.
bottle.
Yeah,
Really?
And he's turfed the guy's water bottle.
yeah.
Yeah,
What?
chucked it away. Yeah.
Which is, I don't even think you're allowed to do that. But
Well, you're not allowed to have notes, or you're not allowed
well,
to throw
yeah, I
other
don't think
people's water bottles.
I don't think you're allowed notes on the water bottle. I think that's
Pretty sneaky.
It's really sneaky. It's probably bit him in the ass.
But
a bit.
if you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough. That's
Yeah.
what that's what those sporting athletes say.
But yeah, so the World Cup starts in November, and that will be pretty exciting because our group is a lot. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's a lot easier than last.
Who's
World Cup.
who's the tough one in our group?
France?
Oh, didn't we play them in the last World
Yeah,
Cup?
but you never know
Yeah,
in the
we
World
did,
Cup.
actually.
You never know. Like we played really well against France last World Cup.
yeah,
and,
we lost like 2-0, 1-0.
I think it was
2-0.
1-0,
Yeah.
and it was in like the 85th minute. But yeah, Denmark. If we can draw against Denmark and beat Tunisia, however you say that.
Tunisia.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's in Qatar, so
yeah.
it's going to be 55 degrees and ridiculous to play in. Like, it's not going to be comfortable. I wonder if, like, some of the European teams that have qualified in nicer conditions than that will struggle with the heat.
Yeah,
Like, Tunisia might do really well.
I think like England's got the easiest run I've ever seen.
They'll bottle it somehow.
Oh, football's not coming home.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna. If that starts again, Jesus, that bugs me.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, but I'm excited.
That's good.
Nice.
What else did we do on the weekend? I actually think I recognise you from Instagram. Pugs, no, you. I
Me?
caught you in the Gold Coast Rollers little highlight.
Oh
reel.
yeah, in the top 10.
Top 10
thing
plays
on
of
the NBL
weekend,
one.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a sexy guy in the background.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were sitting next to Stash, weren't you?
Yeah, Stash.
Yeah.
He's the sexy guy.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out
Yeah, no.
Stash, man.
Hey, Stash.
NBA Finals time, Pugs.
Woo!
How do you think the series is looking? Golden State up 3-2 in Boston Friday tomorrow.
Yeah, we good.
Who do you think takes it
I reckon Warriors. Like,
tomorrow?
yeah,
They win in Boston.
that, surely. I think they're going to come out guns blazing.
Well, Steph Curry didn't hit a 3 last game.
Yeah, and last time he
I
had
saw you say
yeah,
this.
last time he had 0 threes, he scored 13 threes the next game.
Yeah,
From
He-
17.
Yeah, like the dude's a beast.
yeah, but I don't see Wiggins having the same game, and I don't see Klay.
He doesn't have to have the same game. He just needs to stop Tatum. That's
Did
it.
anyone see the fake Klay Thompson?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
funny.
how good is that video? Did you watch the video?
I watched it, yeah.
So good,
Pat
man.
Beverly reached out to him on Twitter and said, like, come to our home game.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah.
Because he's
it's
been
so
banned
good.
for 10 years or something.
really.
Yeah,
No,
he's
banned
banned
for life.
indefinitely, so it's
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
Well,
Pretty-
how
pretty
does that
stiff.
guy in the cricket still get away with it? What's his?
Like Jenko 69 or
Yeah, yeah.
Javo.
Javo, yeah,
Javo.
The thing is, though, like, he got in, just walked in, like, 5 stages of security or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's not him that's the problem, it's the security.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
It's not his fault he looks like a guy.
But Clay, I've seen Clay do stuff with him before. Like
Oh,
Clay,
yeah, he's stuck him before pretending to be Klay
yeah,
Thompson.
yeah.
Rob's
So-
just asked the question: where is Spider going, Pugs?
Spider, anywhere but Utah, bro. No one wants to be there.
I'm actually going to Utah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, he wants to go to Utah.
Oh,
There you go.
wow, yeah. Brett does.
I have no
Um,
idea where Spider's going, actually. But Miami. Let's just say Miami.
Funny.
I could be right.
Funny we mentioned Spider. Did anyone see that card that
Ooh.
Dungeon
Yeah,
Masters?
Rimp.
He's been on fire. I know he only rips high end, so he's likely to get. But he's been on fire recently. Like what is it, 5 of 5 rookie patch auto?
Yeah. Was it 3 or 5 or 5 or 5? I don't know, but it was numbered to 5.
Number to 5, yeah.
Yeah, encased, flawless. It was insane.
Yeah, so he's been on fire, so that's good to see.
And they've just been sitting in his cupboard for years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
ridiculous.
saw a Mac Jones 101 flawless yesterday. That was pretty cool.
Did I see somewhere that bloke, that Mac Jones that hit the mark at the Prism 1 of 1?
101.
Yeah.
100K.
It sold for 100 grand. Some kid pulled it
Yeah.
and got 100 grand. That guy's already trying to sell it.
Who bought it for 100K?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, he's bought it in the pretty hype situation, I'd believe.
Oh, has Mac done anything yet?
Oh, he took the Patriots to the playoff, but the hype's there because he's playing pretty good, and it's the Patriots quarterback after Tom Brady. Like, he honestly, in my opinion, did really well. I don't think he's as good as people think he is, but
He's just in the right situation.
yeah, in the right situation. But he actually made some clutch throws last year, and yeah, I think he's rightly deserved the hype. So
100 grand though
yeah,
for a 1 of 1.
yeah,
It's 100 grand US too. So what's that, like
Sure.
100 and
400
40.
grand Aussie or something.
yeah.
good mathematics.
Yeah. Have you seen the price of that logo, that triple logo, man?
LeBron.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 mil at the moment,
It's
isn't it?
about
With
2 million,
2 mil.
including
done?
buyers.
Buyers premium.
That's got to be the most expensive card that's gone out, isn't it?
Nah.
6.6
Yeah, I think we had
Serious?
this combo last week. It was like 6.6.
What was that for?
It's
It was a baseball one.
baseball.
yeah,
It wasn't Babe Ruth.
I think we agreed it was
No.
Honus Wagner.
Honus
but
Wagner or
yeah.
something.
But
We didn't
someone
look.
will say in the comments because
Yeah.
I think I was wrong and they mentioned it. But this was the chase card of this one set.
Yeah.
It drove the prices up for the cases or the sealed stuff because no one had hit it yet.
Yeah, and there was only a certain amount of
Drake
cases
got
left.
involved and started ripping the product,
Man.
and the hype just exploded. And then finally, someone pulled it.
Yeah,
What's that?
That is insane.
What's that bounty on the Jackass cards?
I haven't seen it.
12,000 or
It's
something.
100
or 10?
grand.
Is it?
Which one?
Rob was talking about it this morning. Who's the main guy in Jackass?
Johnny
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Yeah, 100 grand.
No, I'm pretty. I
his
saw.
card?
I saw 10 grand.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Someone else has put
Rob,
Is
it.
it signed?
comment.
Rob, comment.
Yeah, it's
is it
autographed.
100 or 10? Is Liam right
Yeah.
or is he wrong?
I thought Rob said 100 grand this morning.
Is it an auto Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah.
Yeah,
101.
1 of 1.
That's pretty
Chase
cool.
card.
Yeah, so this guy, we're not sure exactly what happened, but he's taken the card to PSA
Yeah.
and it's come back authentic instead of graded. So I reckon he's put it in as a like
Oh.
don't grade it if it's 8 or less or 9 or less,
Interesting.
and it's just come back authentic, and so they've put it up for auction.
10,000. Yeah.
10,000.
You were
Everyone.
telling lies,
Boom,
mate.
So Liam was wrong.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Rob
Pew 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 pew.
Rob said 100k this morning.
Rob was wrong.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
shout out, Rob.
No, it was just
Mistakes
Liam.
happen.
It was just Liam, mate.
I'll cop it for you, Rob.
Yeah, so there's a thought that there'll be a bidding war between, like, because Drake obviously wanted the card. But everyone's saying like 7 million US.
It's crazy though. I don't even think it's that eye appealing.
It's fucking
'Cause
ugly.
I grew up like collecting cards. Like there was the Exquisite back in the day, triple logo mans, and there was like Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird ones and stuff like that. Like I'd 100 times prefer that, and it even looked nicer. So, but I don't know. It is a cool card, I guess, when you look at it because he's won
Oh,
a championship for all three of
yeah,
those
yeah.
teams.
Yep.
And then it's like the Lakers logo, man. You can see is different than what.
Yeah, that's-
it's
I d-
printed where the
yeah.
other ones are stitched.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, but the card's damaged. It's got print runs like from the ink.
How do they do that on such a massive
Like it's a
card?
1 of 1.
Yeah. I think
Do it
you'd think
properly.
they'd take more care of that. Yeah.
But it is Punini, so
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been copping it from
Haven't they?
from Big Boss this week. Marco's on a vengeance.
oh, because one of my redemptions got like they just gave me points, 150 points, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's what everyone's
okay.
saying. What is the go with that? Like, explain a little bit
and
on
that's like what $15.
is that so
Yeah.
you get a redemption?
You get an
Yeah.
auto
Yeah.
redemption in a pack or
Yeah.
a box.
And I redeemed it maybe 3-4 years ago, and now
Yeah.
they've just have some points.
Here's some points and shut up.
I hope they don't do that with like my Kevin Durant and LaMelo Balls and Tyler Heroes and that. I'm still waiting.
It's
to get
really
redeemed.
interesting, like when you're on the Facebook groups and you see like there's some people that just go, oh yeah, just spoke to Emily and I've got this
Yeah.
I've sent
this
so
white,
many emails.
white box jar 1 of 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's other people going, in like you said, 4 years and I've got $15 worth of points.
What's the
Like,
Yeah,
point?
it's
Yeah.
great. And then you
what's
got to pay
the-
for postage. Like you
What,
use
for
the
the
points.
points?
And you buy the card with the points, and then you got to pay for postage.
ugh,
It's like nah, not happening.
they really
Like,
think, yeah, that's no
So-
good. Did anyone else see the PSA numbers for May last year?
Yeah, I think
I've
Pugs
actually
has
got
got something written
I got it
down.
written down
Oh,
right
you've
here.
taken notes.
Yeah.
What were
I
they?
was a good little boy.
Mm.
So talk to us about it.
So
Pugs.
in May, 842,843. That's a
So
lot.
That's 850,000 cards in a 30-day span.
22 if you're doing work days.
So 850,000 cards in 22 days.
22
like-
working days.
I don't
If
understand. how
Ruby's
that
good
can
at her
be-
job and producing, she would be putting the Rain Man numbers up around me right now.
Yeah, like
Because I'm just trying to work out.
or hangover. Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, Alan, exactly. That's not the first time someone's called me Alan
You
from
look
the
like
Hangover.
Alan.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much.
That's why you wear your little
enough of that.
satchel.
Yep. That's
Indiana
enough of
Jones
that.
had one.
Ladies.
Not at the table.
But that's
Carlos.
a lot of stop wanking, Carl. But yeah, 850,000 cards in 22 days.
Like, what stuff do they
Does
have?
that just get the calculator? Like, I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah, that's an absolutely insane number. They must just have warehouses filled with people. I mean, what? But are they? And then what's the quality of every one of those grades?
Like,
Well, that's the
how long are they
question,
looking
you
at
know?
each card?
Yeah,
Like, we
Okay, can you
look at ours
Yeah, you
for
explain
10 to 15 minutes.
you
We look at
explain-
one card
Yeah.
properly under a microscope.
So
Like,
explain how you grade it, how long it takes you to grade your card, the grades here at Platinum Standard Grading. Just
well, you get the microscope
Yep.
and you look at the card under the microscope, every single bit of the card, front and back.
Yep.
Take photos of all the
Yep.
the damage or
Imperfections
whatever,
and stuff.
and scratches and everything like that.
Yep.
And then you get the little tool to check the centering.
and
So
it
how do
takes
you-
about 15, 20.
Oh no, not that long, but maybe if you're like starting up, but
Yep.
you can if you get into a rhythm, you're doing it maybe 8 to 12 minutes.
Mm.
But
So 850,000 cards. I've just rounded that up. 22 days. That's 38,500 cards a day.
that's insane. Like,
A
how,
day.
how many staff do they have? Like, roughly, if you can do, like,
Even if they
You know.
even if they operate 7 days a week, which I'm sure they don't, that's over 28,000 cards a day.
yeah. And each person, if they were doing it in a decent amount of time, like 10 minutes,
Mm.
you'd be doing 35 to 40 cards a day. So how many staff do they have?
Or what would the
And you got to have lunch breaks
what would the
and
subtract
tea breaks.
What would the divide by need to be in there, Zeke, to work that out?
Is that English?
Divided by.
Yeah, it's like
What
the,
would the divide by
Yeah,
need
so
to be?
they do they produce how many, or do they produce numbers of how many staff they have?
I've never seen it anyway.
Well, how many? I thought they only had one in California. PSA. How many warehouses they got?
As far as I know, I won
Yeah.
because there's a drop off one, isn't there? Isn't it? Is it California or is it Texas?
I thought
Well,
there
I
was
don't
more
know.
than one.
If they got one, like unless they're just either cutting corners or they got something else going on.
Or do they have the AI?
Or are they
Maybe.
just looking at a card like from iValue
Well, that's
for
another
like
point.
38 to 40 seconds?
They
or
don't
something?
have subgrades.
Yeah, so there's nothing holding them accountable to what they're.
That's true.
So is it, like you
Mm.
said, just an eye test? But like,
Because I remember when we were down
Surely.
in Sydney Hobby Hangout,
Mm.
Sydney or Melbourne, and the guy beside me had a Gem Mint 10 PSA 10 of a KD card that I want, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no way that's a 10. Just with the centering was off, there was edge wear, there was even white on the corners. So like, are they literally just looking at the card and then, oh yeah, nah, sweet 10.
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
And
right.
even if they are, like, how do you get that many people trained up in order, professional graders trained up to be able to look at it for that short amount of time and grade it properly?
It's actually pretty hard. Like, I gave it a shot. I thought it was quite difficult just to look at the card, see get the microscope light exactly right
And then
to
you
where
got
you need
to
it.
angle the card so
And
you can
then
see scratches.
yeah, and then like when you're moving the card, you go this way and it doesn't go the right way, and you're like, where's it go? And then you got to find the spot where you were. Like, it's actually quite a difficult process to do, and you actually got to know your cards pretty
Just
well.
comes from experience,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Yeah,
So
we tried to teach him up. That's why he's now account manager.
I'll take it.
no good, no attention to detail.
Nah, I don't know why I get bloodshot eyes. I think need sunglasses.
I saw HGA did a little update. They're now 18 days away from clearing the backlog,
Yeah.
and
Good old
so
HG.
because they I'm not sure if you're probably not aware, new grading company, exciting.
They do have pretty cool labels.
Design your own labels.
Yeah.
They do horizontal slabs.
Oh, cool.
And they came out during the boom when there was the backlog of PSA and BGS, and they shut down.
Mm.
And they sold themselves on what was I thinking? When a 10
Were they
day-
the ones that said there will be no backlog?
Yeah, there'll be no
Yeah.
backlog, and when 10 days means 10 days, and that was their motto, and that's what they ran by.
That's a dangerous one. You could start giving away guarantees like
Yeah,
that.
and then the backlog came,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and recently they've changed ownership.
That's why I think our numbers are fairly, like, they're good, you know, because, like, what we promised to get the card back to you in is pretty...
Yeah, but
like,
it's a
It's
tough
manageable. Yeah.
thing. It's manageable, but it's also a really tough thing to scale. Like, say we
Yeah.
do get that boom moment,
Mm.
you've got to be prepared, and you've got to have your systems in
100%.
place that
Yeah.
you can't have a backlog.
Well, it's something like that, but that's, you know, the whole PSA backlogs and things like that cause, you know, mistrust in the industry.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one thing we've spoken about before, is the trust in why do we trust these companies?
Yeah.
Is it just they've been around? Like, they've got a proven track record for some things, and like, not shitting on them, they do stuff really, really well. But there's other things I just really think they've missed the mark.
Yeah.
And like, no one's really, like, obviously there's no generalized thing that like holds them accountable. Like, and this is just industry wide. There's no industry standard with anything.
Mhm. Yeah.
To get that amount of cards, and like, that's massive, man.
They've got to be missing something. Like,
You start to worry about the standards at that
Oh,
point.
100%. Like,
You hope they're just being ethical, you know, they're doing the best they can, and it's a good job every time, but
yeah. Oh, I can't imagine. That's
It's hard to
crazy
believe.
numbers. That's crazy numbers.
Yeah. Speaking of HGA though,
Yep.
like
yeah.
card porn. Like I love card porn.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, card porn. Like
Yeah,
seriously,
j-
reach out. Like
yeah,
you're
please,
amazing.
Please reach
I love
out.
everything about you. He put out a post. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday about staff boosting like reviews and comments.
Yeah. So I
and-
think HGA are using a new marketing
yeah,
company
I've got
or
it.
something.
They were bought by Anderson International Group.
Yep.
And and it looks like they've hired Enclave Key,
Yep.
which is like a marketing company
Yep.
to handle their marketing and boost reviews and comments, and like went through a whole spiel of like
Yeah. So
people
I
that
think,
were commenting were working for Enclave Key. So,
yeah. So I think HGA said, like, you know, we're 18 days away from clearing the backlog. Enclave Key have gone, yep, congrats, well done.
Yeah.
And then everyone else underneath hyping it is employees.
they're all
of Enclave
employees.
Key.
Man, it makes you sad when you hear stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's and they're not even trying, because then you go into their profiles
and it says where they
and
work.
it's where they work. Like, you're not even trying, not even those, you know, those dummy. I guess they're dummy bots or whatever. But every time you post something about cards, they're like, "Oh, I love the look of
promote
this."
it on.
Promote it
I was
on,
like,
and then
oh.
it's like
I just write back no.
it's some dodgy looking thing. It's like, what is this? And then you find, like, I think I've seen someone reach out to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll give you, you know, 1,500 friends or
Yeah.
100 reviews for $45. Just send your money and your
promote
credit
it
card
on, yeah.
details to this dummy." You're like, well, nah, I'll be right, mate. Thanks.
Yeah, I've got like rapper friends that use that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I see all these likes and stuff, and I'm like, what are they doing? And I look, I'm like, they've
They're
fallen
all
for the
fake.
trap.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Has anyone else seen that Adam Sandler movie,
ooh,
Hustle.
Hustle?
Yeah.
Is
that
it any
was
good?
Amazing.
Tell us, like,
Fell asleep.
Cooper put it on.
Yeah, what time
And
were
I-
you watching it though?
No, like 8:30. Cooper put it on, and before the movie started, I was
Oh, well, it's,
I haven't seen it. so-
I watched it last night. I couldn't sleep, and I was like, oh, like, you know, I'll put it on, fall asleep, or watch half of it. And
So
then
you
watch
watched
the
Top
other
Gun last
half. I
night.
did watch Top Gun.
Damn.
That was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Can you give
Is
us
there a
can
new
you
one?
give us the
New one.
intro?
Of Top Gun?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What, Danger Zone?
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, Rob's just asked, Liam, are you a mathlete, like a sporting mathlete? Yes, I am, Rob.
Liam's everything
Like
that
a-
he says he is.
like a sport athlete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sport mathlete.
Yeah, so Adam Sandler basically is a scout
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
scout.
in
Yeah.
the NBA for the Philadelphia 76ers. And what he's done is all the basketball players, or majority of the basketball players in the movie, play themselves.
Mm.
So you're seeing these big name players.
Except for like Anthony Edwards plays
yeah,
like
what's his
another
name?
guy. I don't-
Kermit.
Kermit. Yeah, Kermit.
Yeah, that was funny.
And he's like the bad guy. It's so good.
It was good. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's my like dream life right there.
To be the scout.
To be a basketball player.
Oh, okay.
Like that got smashed when I was like 22 or whatever.
Yeah.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
that.
We should do it.
Could have been guy.
Yeah, we should.
But like, it's such a good movie, man.
Yeah,
Like I loved it.
and even there's that new Giannis movie coming out. I think we watched the trailer.
Yeah, we
before,
watched the trailer upstairs. Yeah.
Rise, and that tells the story of him and his brothers. Obviously, they grew up in Greece, children to illegal immigrant parents, and I think moved to America. One of them, he was 16.
Yeah, I believe that's right. I'm not too sure.
And 3 of the brothers have now won NBA championships.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy.
So it's the epitome of like rags to riches, basically.
Yeah,
And it's going to be on Disney Plus, I think.
Yeah, I think it might be.
But it looks really, really good.
I just think I can be a movie producer, eh?
I thought your dream was to be an actor.
Yeah.
his dreams everything.
No, I
Hustle got me through man flu.
Yeah.
PJ, nice.
Yeah, I just have so many ideas. Like my head never stops ticking over and and it's all numbers. It's all
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
it's all good things.
Name one idea.
It's called Perfect Spiral.
Yep.
It's about a kid that grows up in Australia, and
Has a spring for
I
a
don't
leg.
want people taking my ideas here, by the way.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah,
just
Don't
wanted
give it
to-
away.
If everyone in the comments could sign an
the
NDA.
basis of
yeah.
the basis of it is he gets a chance to fly over to America and
Is this just your life story?
no, it could be though.
Weren't you a kid that grew up in Australia and
Yeah,
went
but
to America?
He's like he didn't make it at a sort of AFL level, and I wanted to show.
This is
It's-
this is you.
I know, but it's not me.
Yeah.
And he gets a chance to go over there, and he starts kicking the ball, but he actually ends up being a quarterback for an NFL team.
Oh, so it's Jared Hayne.
Quarterback. So yeah, that's kind of the basis of my movie that I'm planning to do. So
Cool.
Does it have like
like
a
it.
depressing ending? Because that's like Perfect Spiral being the title.
no, the
I think
ending
it's a
the ending's
pass.
quite good.
Mhm.
So yeah, they win the Super Bowl. So
That's good.
yeah.
Oh, you
Good.
just
Spoiler
spoiled
alert.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Everyone look out. Coming 2030
So
to
he
cinemas
throws the
near you.
perfect spiral as his pass.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right. So
What's
I like it.
That's good.
yeah,
Thanks for sharing
We
that.
should, we
no
should
worries.
let's create it.
Mm.
I would like to. Yeah, it's always been a lifelong. I thought of that when I was 12. So you imagine how many other movies I've thought of.
That was like 2 years ago.
11.
What else has been coming through the doors recently? I know
Oh,
there's
we
a couple
had
of big
yeah,
orders.
we had huge submission by JCS Toys. What's up? And like 60 of those cards were Michael Jordan, like base cards. It was so cool.
So like
Damn.
90s. Or
Yeah, like 90s, like base
Yeah.
cards that like we all grew
inserts
up
and
with.
stuff, or
No, just like there was like minor inserts, but then there was majority of it were just
It's
like
pretty cool
the
set
base
to have,
cards.
though.
what
Yeah, it's cool.
were they like upper deck top?
Yeah,
or-
upper deck tops, flare, skybox, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Skybox.
Heaps of Pokemon too.
Skybox are a cool looking card.
Yeah, yeah. I love the
Mm.
borders and Skyboxes.
Rob, yeah, the ending is he's on a podcast.
If that's how you'd like it to end, Rob, that's fine.
That's a bit harsh, Rob.
That's great.
Yeah, we had
And what-
Pokemon come through too. So
Yeah,
that
we've
was-
had some real nice
yeah,
Pokemon.
really nice. That like when I saw them, I was like, dang, like that's pretty insane.
Do you reckon we're going to see an influx of Socceroos cards?
I think you'll see an influx of soccer cards in general.
Yep.
I think it's growing casually at a casual rate, and I think as soon as the World Cup hits, it's going to go from here to it's going to go jump quite a bit at least.
Yep.
I know a lot of people are jumping on the soccer bandwagon now, especially in break pages and stuff like that. So I think you'll see soccer jump quite a bit, and it's number one sport in the like.
It's
worldwide.
the world game,
Yeah,
mate.
it's the world game. So you just imagine, like, obviously the value is always going to be there for NBA, NFL. Value's not quite there for soccer, but when it does, I think it's gonna stay there.
It's funny that the values aren't there when it is the world game.
Yeah.
And like there are those players that appeal to everyone and sort
Yeah.
of cross sports borders, like,
Mhm.
Maradona, Pele, all
Yeah.
those.
Mhm.
Like Ronaldo and Messi, like I don't know if you're going to see two better players
Yeah,
in the same
yeah,
generation.
Exactly right. You've got the new guys coming through, but yeah, it's always been Ronaldo and Messi for me, and then you've had like the Beckhams, the idols of soccer.
Old school Ronaldo.
Yeah, R9. So I think this World Cup, because I feel like COVID had the soccer just starting to come up.
Yep.
When they were playing with no fans, and it was another way to interact. And there's a lot of products that do like, I think it's Match Attacks that do like soccer games for kids where they like get a score and they put it on their phone. I don't know how it works, but something to do along those lines.
It might be similar to a AFL team coach.
Yeah, I think it is quite similar to that. So it gets the kids involved, but then you got the higher end quality products, and they're really nice cards. So
well, there's also the real collectability of Panini stickers that hasn't hit Australia at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Europe, every man and his dog collects Panini stickers, and they want to fill the booklet.
Yeah.
They have all these they don't sell the stickers; they just do trades, and it's crazy. Like when I was over in Europe, I had no idea.
Oh, and Europe's such a soccer / footballing place. Everywhere you go, they know every player. Like, and it's cool to see like the documentaries on football as well. Like you see where Neymar and stuff came from. You see where Ronaldo
That one's
came
pretty
from.
cool. I like the Neymar one.
Just from absolutely nothing, always kicked a soccer ball, and they're kind of the stories that make it good for soccer. So yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Who do you reckon will win the World Cup?
I want to see England win it. I really do. I would love to see the fans in England get amongst it. I don't think they'll win.
They'll be right. It'll be
they'll
be
get
crazy.
2 weeks off of work.
Minimum. They've just had a week off for the Queen's birthday.
Yeah,
they'll have 3 weeks off if they win the soccer.
What is it? And then I think your best are France, Belgium, Argentina. I'd like to see Messi winning his last World Cup. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. But other than that, they're probably the 3. It might be an outsider because a lot of teams didn't make it this year. Like Italy hasn't made it. There's heaps.
The European champions didn't make the World Cup.
Yeah, and like it's partly because I think if you host, I don't know what the issue was this year, but I think Italy got a bit stuffed over. So no Italy in the World Cup.
Oh,
Dutch are a chance.
The Netherlands.
Yeah, Memphis Depay, pretty good player. Virgil van Dijk.
Thanks, Rob.
Speaking of Rob, he had his grand opening on the weekend.
Yeah, how was that?
Yeah, it was good. Me and Brett and I went and showed support. It was real good. Ridiculously close to the Gabba. I think you underestimate how close it is.
Isn't it?
It's like crazy close. We saw a couple of AFL boys.
Yeah, the heaps of light. They
just walked past. There's a coffee shop around the corner. Don't want to give away their coffee spot, but it's just around the corner, and it's like a procession. Obviously they finish training, go down the showers, get changed, go grab a coffee, and then go home. But I'd say a lot of them park
100%.
right next to the
probably.
shop.
And Rob, just being a Brisbane Lions fanatic like he is, he loves everything.
He's like a kid in a candy shop.
Isn't it?
He's in heaven, eh?
Did you see? And it's like, yeah, mate, I saw him. He'll be out there autograph hunting for sure.
100%. But it's also cool.
He should get him to sign the wall.
Yeah,
have an autograph wall.
Yeah,
there you go. There you go, Rob.
That's not a bad idea.
There's one for free.
But yeah, I think being that close, and a lot of AFL / NRL players are into cards, so it's a massive opportunity to walk past and come into the store and get a photo. And
I'd love to see Rob end up on like Robbo's vlog, that he does on YouTube. They're actually really, really funny stuff. So it'd be good if Rob actually ends up on one of those.
That would be cool.
Or like you said, like some of the players come in. I know like a couple of the NRL boys definitely collect. I don't know. I haven't seen any AFL collectors.
Yeah, it's well.
Actually, I'm not lying. I've seen a couple of them a couple of Bulldogs boys have been into that MFS Pro cards down in Melbourne.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Surely they've all got their own cards, right?
I think a lot of South Australians collect as well.
Yeah.
A lot. I think Port Adelaide captain collects Jonas. But like Rob was talking to one of the Lions players the other day, and he said, a few of the Lions boys collect as well. So
nice.
Yeah, so Rob's a submission partner.
Would you have your
PSG.
own? Yeah, he will be. That'll be announced soon.
Yeah.
It was just announced then.
Oh yeah, I mean on socials, do a little write up. Probably get him in the newsletter if we can.
Yeah. Well,
How's that going? I saw we sent out a couple, like a questionnaire to the submission partners.
Yeah, it's going quite well. I'm receiving a lot of feedback. Which
Yeah,
I
I saw one of them and it was like, this is a book.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think
we could dedicate a newsletter just to this one shop.
So I think Ziggy came up with a good idea that we put snippets of it because there's so much people have got to tell, and the way everyone has a different way and how they came into the hobby. Everyone has a different way how they open a shop. Everyone has different stories and stuff like that. And it's cool how they explain their stories. So I think the idea, Zig, was to put snippets of it and then put a blog up afterwards.
Nice.
I think that was just
It's a bit tricky to read stuff just in your email or whatever. Like you might as well, if you're interested in what it has to say, then pop through to the PSG website and check it out on the blog that we'll be setting up soon.
Yes,
It's funny, like all the content that the hobby has, like worldwide, I don't know of that many blogs that.
Yeah.
It might be just the way it is, like with technology stuff, but it's all video.
Yeah, it's all vlogs and stuff.
All like on like websites and stuff. It's not really in blog format.
Well, I think it's interesting because like you think blog, which you think like, oh, this was me, I did this today, and then that today, like a diary. But like every cooking website, every content online, it's all just blogs really in one form or another, you know? Like Uncrate, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys know about Uncrate and all that. Like it's that cool website that you go through and they just like everything is like if James Bond had a site that he bought everything he owns from, it's like Uncrate. It's like one of those curated sort of things where they pick out all the cool stuff. But that stuff, it's all just it's kind of just all just blogs, you know. So it'd be good to see more of that kind of stuff because I mean, I think people love to read and hear about content to do with a hobby wherever they go. So
I think there is a lot of reading in the hobby. People read up, they read up on prices. They read up.
How long do you spend searching through prices and stuff like when you want to find out?
Well, even when a new product checklist gets,
you're reading. You're always reading.
It's not a novel, but it's hundreds of.
People still love Beckett magazine.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Even though we don't follow the price guide, we go to eBay comps, but like Beckett is Beckett.
That's true. Oh, speaking of Beckett, the that Jordan Auto.
Oh yeah,
went to Christie's. What happened there? Do you reckon?
They had what was the word I'm looking for? They projected it to be
an estimate.
2 to 3 million.
Yep.
Which is crazy because it's not numbered, and there's that many autographs.
Is there that many on-card autos though? Or like
of that card, yeah.
Okay.
But then I remember in like 2006, 2007, Fleer actually put out 23 buybacks.
Yep.
In their in like you could pull it in one of their packs.
Yep. So is that a buyback?
One of them. No, that was just I think it was just signed at like at a busball camp or something like that.
Okay.
So I think getting 1 million is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, because they were projecting or estimating $3 million.
Yeah.
So
which is crazy because there's heaps out there. Like there's actually a decent amount.
But what is the card going for with no auto?
Well, what was the grade at 8.5?
Yeah.
Or something. 8.5 is probably like up to 10 grand ish.
Gee, so getting what 900 grand value for the auto.
For the auto.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when $1 million is nuts.
Yeah. Interesting. Because I read somewhere that they reckon the guy bought it back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it was just like to save face or because it was just so, like, it's a big miss to project 3 million. Like, and then get one. Like, imagine this triple logo, man. Everyone's saying 6.5, 7 million. Imagine it's only 2 million the price.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I reckon it'll go 4. Like 6. I don't know. I just don't rate the card. That's my problem. But
I think
like it's a beautiful card, but at the same time, there's nicer ones.
Yeah, true.
It's amazing how much of the just collecting something comes down to not even really what it looks like, isn't it? It's like how different it is from everything else, which is what you were saying earlier.
Well, yeah, the fact that it's the one of one is probably the biggest factor for it. But for me personally, like I love shiny.
Yeah.
So it doesn't appeal to me exactly. And you said you liked the fact that 2 of the Logo Man are stitched and then one's printed.
Yeah. When I was a Logo Man collector back in the day too.
Yeah.
I actually had Logo Man.
For me, I don't like that. For me, I want an all stitched.
Yeah. I totally understand that, but we didn't have stitched. They didn't have stitched NBA logos in the last couple of years. It's all been that print, rubbery, whatever stuff it is.
At least it's game used or game worn.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not
yeah.
like most products.
Yeah, not these days.
Anyone else got anything, or are we wrapping it up?
Grading things video.
Oh yes, that was actually some cool content from
The Hobby Oz.
The Hobby Oz. I'm pretty sure that's Lane.
I actually don't. I looked him up before, and it doesn't have any names or anything on there. But
but I haven't seen Stranger Things. Obviously, I've seen the promos for it everywhere. But if no one's seen it, go and check out
at the Hobby Oz.
At the Hobby Oz on their Instagram, they do like a little Stranger Things and the grading situation little video, and it's bloody funny.
It's good.
It was probably my.
I think we should do that, but like the Office version here.
Who would you be? The reason you've said that is because you've thought about this before, and you want to be.
He wants to be Dwight.
Dwight
for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
100% I want to be Dwight. Smartest, funniest.
I'll be Jim, and I'll be pulling all the pranks on you.
Has the most sales, Dwight.
Yeah.
Funniest on the show. Have to admit, he's the funniest.
Yep.
Decent
That's
looking.
it. Decent looking. On that note, the podcast is over.
Thanks, Liam.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Special shout out to people who commented. Rob, DJ.
Hope you're feeling better.
Who else did we see? There's Western Cards were on there.
Yep. Oh, there's
no,
the
you
volume.
just turned us up.
My bad.
Anyway, guys, from us at Platinum Standard Grading, it's goodbye. Hey, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Here comes the squeaky door ending.
Oh, you want me to do one of these?